Okay, guys. We are going to make a vegan chicken pot pie tonight. I have literally never made this, but I think it's going to turn out great. So I have an organic deep dish frozen pie crust. Yeah, it's a little broke. It'll be okay. We're going to break it up to eat it. I'm going to use Guardian plant-based chicken strips for the chicken part. And of course we got celery, and I got a sweet onion. I like mushrooms, so we're putting baby bellas in mine. I bought some sweet peas to go in it, and then mixed vegetables. I'm going to top it with 4 cheese mashed potatoes instead of extra crust because I don't like a lot of crust. If you want to top it with crust, you can feel free to. If you want to do it with mashed potatoes like I'm doing it, I think it'll be delicious. For the creamy part, I'm using cream and mushroom, and I'm going to also use the gravy pack out of this because it's a vegan based gravy. But if you don't like cream of mushroom, you could use like cream of celery or any other cream vegan soup. And if you don't have a leftover gravy pack to use, that's not a big deal. Like, you could just use 2 cans of cream of mushroom or cream of whatever you're going to use. This is what's going to actually go inside of it, so you guys can see all the ingredients. And this is going to be my seasonings. We got some garlic herb, ground sage, everything but the leftover seasoning, nature's seasoning, pepper, parsley, garlic, and of course cayenne, because I put that shit in everything. It's good, it's healthy for you, but you can season it with whatever seasoning you would like. It's whatever your preference is. First, we're going to soak the gravy pack in some hot water. Easy peasy. I am now going to take out the chicken strips I'm going to use because you want them to thaw out just a little bit. And as you see them, guys, if you're not familiar with vegan chicken strips, they look just like chicken. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm gonna do like 10. I feel good with that. Because we're going to dice them up. Actually, 11. Let's make it chicken pot pie. It's easier to dice them up though if you let them thaw out a little bit. If not, you're fighting literally frozen chicken strips. Okay guys, we're going to start by dicing the onion. We're going to dice up our celery, our onion, and our mushrooms. I think this onion was growing an onion. I'm glad you guys witnessed this with me. That's weird. I got like an alien onion. Do you see it? Pull off my little alien strips. That's crazy. I've never seen that. And just like magic, the onion's diced up. That's how much I'm going to use. It's almost a whole medium-sized sweet onion. Okay, now we're going to chop the celery. Look at this celery. Do you see how little and cute it is? It was kind of already detached. So I'm going to chop it up with this one. We're going to do 2. I'm going to do the leaves and everything. As I said, you want to chop up the leaves too. These are some really big celery leaves, so I'm kind of extra chopping them. And you see how much celery I got from those 2 little tiny stalks. I don't know what's going on with the vegetables, but we're just going to pray, guys. And again, if you don't like an ingredient I'm using, you don't gotta put it in there. Add it to the onions over here, and then we're going to do our mushrooms. I'm going to put 4 mushrooms in there. I want to do more, but I know it's not going to fit with everything that I'm already putting in there. And just like magic, all of our little mushrooms are rough chopped up. That's the vegetables I chopped up. We're just going to set them aside while I cut up the chicken. Okay, I just wanted to show you. See, they're a little tiny bit defrosted. You don't want to defrost them. They're not real chicken. And then they cut so much easier like this. I'm telling you, if you try it the other way, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about if you try to cut these frozen. Literally, just like 5-10 minutes sitting out on your counter does wonders. I think those first chunks, I'm going to chunk them up smaller. I don't know what I have going on there. And you know, you can add as many as you want. I'm just showing you how many I'm putting in there. If you want it super loaded down with vegan chicken strips, feel free. I mean, I'm making a super loaded down, super thick vegan chicken pot pie anyways. I just want you to see what they look like. And see, the inside looks just like chicken. And as far as the flavor, yes, super similar. Alright, I got the chunks almost how I want them. Again, see the inside? That's how many chicken strips is going in. Just where you guys got an idea. I'm going to put them back on the plate because we're about to get cooking. Okay guys, I got my big pot with my lid. Going to put some healthy oil in the bottom of it. You can use whatever oil you would like, or butter. I like avocado oil because it's super healthy, super good on the omega-3s, and it's got a high burn point. It's also like rich and creamy. It looks like a lot, but remember, nothing I'm putting in this has its own fat, except for like the pie crust, and we're adding fat to the mashed potatoes. We're going to put it on medium heat. Make sure the bottom of your pan is coated. We don't want none of this yummy stuff to stick. And see, once I've done moved it around, it really don't look like that much oil. It's just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Alright, we're going to put our vegetables we cut up in there. And I'm going to hit it with nature seasoning because it's got salt in it. So it will pull out the moisture because I want to see how much moisture it's going to pull out. I'm going to also hit it with everything but the leftover seasoning. I've already told you guys about this seasoning, but yeah, it's like super amazing. You see what's in it? We got onion, salt, black pepper, celery, rosemary, thyme, turmeric, sage, and parsley. Let me tell you, like it says, everything but the leftovers. You season it with whatever you'd like. That's all I'm going to put on it for right now, because we're going to add more seasoning when I put the chicken in. And plus, you want to season as you go. Break up these huge chunks of onion. I don't know what I got going on. Alright. Now, we're going to let this cook down just a little bit. Okay, while we're waiting on the vegetables to cook, behind the vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and make the instant mashed potatoes. According to the package directions, it says to use 2 cups of boiling water. I always use milk with it. Of course, plant milk. I have almond milk in it today. I put 1 cup of water, 1 cup of plant milk, and about a tablespoon of butter. If you want to make it per package directions, I promise it's not going to taste bad, but this is just how I do it. Okay guys, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's give it a good stir. They're getting there. They're not quite there yet. Sorry, just trying to break down these chunks of onion. I thought I cut it up a little bit better. You want to let this get translucent. At least a little bit more translucent. And then I'm going to add the chicken strips in. And then when the chicken strips are almost done, I'm going to add the peas in. While I'm waiting on this to cook, this just came up to a boil. So we're going to simply add our potatoes. Stir and then let it sit. Pretty sure the directions say to remove it from the heat, but this is just how I do it. And if you're unfamiliar with instant potatoes, you don't have to use them. You can make from scratch. It's just my main focus is the pot pie. This is like, you know, the pre-made pie crust going on top. As we see, it's coming together just fine. A few more stirs, we're going to be there. And we're just going to let these sit over here and hang out while I finish making the filling. Those are good to go. Let's check on this. Ooh, okay. So it's almost translucent. I'm gonna let it go for about 2-3 more minutes, and then we're going to add the chicken strips, guys. Okay guys, it's been a couple more minutes. Now we're going to add our vegan chicken strips that we already diced up, and we're going to finish seasoning it. It already smells so good though, by the way. So we're going to hit it with some sage, gotta love it, some garlic herb seasoning. This is the equivalent of Mrs. Dash. Garlic powder. And this is why I didn't add no seasoning to my mashed potatoes, because there is plenty of seasoning. Parsley, So many health benefits. Black pepper. Somebody needs to remind me to get a new black pepper grinder. If one of you guys could do that, then we wouldn't spend 5 minutes grinding peppers. But hey, it's all good. And, of course, cayenne for all the health benefits and flavor. We're going to stir this up. Oh, it smells so good. I'm going to hit it with a little more nature seasoning. I cook off smell, not taste. Because what it smells like is what it's going to taste like. Alright, I'm about to cover it and let it cook like this for a few minutes. And then we're going to add the peas. Okay. It's been a couple minutes. It still has a few more minutes to go. So now I'm going to add the peas because I just kind of want to heat them. I don't want them all the way cooked. And I like peas, that's why I'm adding them. If you don't want extra peas in yours, don't. But there's just something about frozen peas. I'm going to cover it back up, give it a few more minutes. Okay guys, it's been a few more minutes. See, the peas are just not frozen. They're not necessarily cooked. The vegetables, I'm not sure if you guys can see them. See, they're translucent. They're cooked down. The chicken is heated through. Everything is super highly seasoned. I've drained both my cups of mixed vegetables. I like this one because it's just like peas, green beans, carrots, and corn. It just gives it a little extra jazz. And this one, it's got everything. Celery, lima beans, potatoes, all that good stuff. I'm hoping I don't have too much, but if you end up with extra, you can just freeze it and then like eat it over some mashed potatoes or over toast or biscuits or rice. I cut the heat off too because I'm going to let it cool a little bit before I put it in the pie crust, because you want pie crust to be as cold as possible when you put it in the oven. It's what contributes to the flakiness. So our gravy pack's defrosted. Let's put this in. Come on, come out. And let's do our cream of mushroom. This, with all the liquid and juices from the vegetables as it cooks, is going to turn into like the most amazing filling. Alright, we're going to stir all this up. I was worried it was going to be too thin with the gravy, and I might have to make a thickener for it, but truthfully, it looks pretty good. And for never making this and winging it with you guys for the first go around, feel like everything's going great. Look at that. It's not too thin, not too thick. Ooh, it smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. Alright. I'm gonna leave it sit off the burner for like about 5 or 10 minutes uncovered and just let it cool down a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and get this happening. I'm going to also, while I let this rest, preheat the oven to 350. Okay guys, I'm showing you this because when I say 350 or 375, unless your oven runs really hot, that's the only reason to put it on 375. But please put your oven on 400. Don't listen to me. I told you I hadn't made this before. So 400, I'm going to say for a minimum an hour because it's been about an hour now. Okay guys, our filling has cooled down. You see how yummy and thick and like just so much stuff in every bite this is going to be? Okay, so our potatoes have cooled down too. We're going to line a baking sheet with parchment because I have a feeling this might end up getting messy. Let's take our pie crust out of the freezer. Oh, I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? I didn't even know I felt like pot pie tonight. I've just been wanting to try to make this. Okay. I'm hoping this all fits. We are going to find out together. If not, then I already have pot pie filling for the other pie crust that I have in the freezer. Like, how awesome. We are already getting a little full. Do you guys remember, I think it was in the 90s, when they came out with the frozen pot pies with mashed potatoes on them? You want to know something? I used to take my frozen pot pies and when I was little and dump them on top of mashed potatoes or rice. I'm going to just fill it to the edge. I think I can get one more scoop in it. All right, I put 2 more scoops. And as anticipated, I do have some left over, but not that much. Let me spread this around. Just fill it until it's like level with the edge of the pie crust. You don't want to like overflow it because then it's definitely going to run over. Like, you want it super full, but not to where it overflows. All right. I'm just making sure like all the air bubbles are out and that is all even. Look at that. Do you see how amazing this is going to be? All right, now let's take our cool potatoes. These are kind of thick. And gently spread that. I should have added a little bit more water, but we're going to have to work with how thick they are. You want to try to get it to the edge, not over the edge, but to the edge. It's getting there. I'm showing y'all in real time. I'm not cutting this part. That way you guys see exactly what I'm doing. Because, again, I've never did this before. I just want to fix this side. And then we'll be good to go in the oven. Alright, I feel like I may have put just a little too much pot pie filling, but I also feel like it's going to be just fine. Alright, and this is how the finished product turned out. See, I got it pretty much to the edge, all the way around. I feel pretty good with that. Now we're going to go in 350 for 30 to 45 minutes. Ooh, it's heavy. See you in 30 minutes. Guys, it's been about 35 minutes. We're going to peek together. It's still really not done. So I'm going to cut the oven up to 375 and then check on it in another 20 minutes because it's still really light skin. Yeah, not done. Okay, we are making progress now. It's been about another 30 minutes. We're getting a little color, a little bubbling. I'm gonna put it back in and check it in about 20. It's on 400. Okay guys, it's been about another 20 minutes. I'm just showing you what the crust is looking like. 400 is definitely the way to go. I'm gonna give it, honestly, another 20 minutes just because I want the crust a little browner than that. It's still a little light for me. And I'm gonna let this crisp up a little bit more. I'm gonna check in like 15, 20 because I don't want to let the top get too brown. It's been 15 minutes and to me it looks perfect. The top, the mashed potatoes got crunchy and I guarantee they'll still be soft underneath. Everything's bubbling over. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and show it to you guys. It is literally bubbling. I gotta show you. The vegan chicken pot pie is talking. It's nice and crusty. The crust finally got some color. Look at it. Alright, so yeah, 400 degrees until your desired brownness, and definitely until your filling is cooked. I'm going to let it rest for 15 minutes because I want it to settle before we cut it. Trust me, it will still be plenty hot. Again, look. Yes. Alright, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes and we shall be eating. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. I've let it cool. We're going to cut it, plate it, and try it together. Oh, I think it turned out perfect. I'm just making sure I got the crust all the way through. I figure 4 pieces. 1 piece should equal a pot pie. Oh yeah, I did that. This is my piece. And because I let it sit, it came out in 1 shot. That's the pot pie. Mashed potatoes are still moist underneath. Crust is definitely done. Looks delicious. Let's try it. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I get everything. The potatoes, the filling, the crust. Look. Yes. Let's get some of the crust. All right. Okay, I got everything. Chicken, vegetables, crust. Oops, I just lost my chicken. Sorry. Let's try it again. Chicken, vegetables, crust. Had to blow it off. Okay, let's try it, guys. Oh my God. This is so good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm eating 2 pieces. You guys gotta try this. It's perfect. So, 400 by hour and a half max. You gotta try this.